Hey everybody, it's Tara Green. How are you doing today? It is February the 21st, okay, and I hope you had a good February the 20th, and the moon was in Cancer, and it trine Neptune late last night, so that was a good dreaming, very emotional, very sensitive day. How was your stomach? I was actually in bed all day yesterday because my stomach was so upset, and that happens with the moon in Cancer, even though I don't have my natal moon in Cancer. But today, the big shift, we're finally going to get some fire, get a spark. There's no planets in fire signs until March the 9th or the 10th. The only things in fire is Chiron, the wounded healer, the centaur. He's an asteroid, he's a comet, he's a centaur. It's the only body that has 3 designations in Aries, and the North Node is in Aries. So North Node in Aries is not specifically a planet, so traditionally you don't call it a planet, although it is just as powerful as any planet. But with no planets in fire signs could be feeling like really tired, and other signs too. But the moon enters Leo today. So 8:40 a.m., that's Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Toronto, Canada. Moon enters Leo, so it's time to party and it's time to open your heart. Leo rules the heart. Wear gold when the moon is in Leo, not silver. The moon's associated with silver. Leo is ruled by gold, by the sun. So you want to stay much more optimistic and positive and leadership and stand up for what you believe in your heart. Now, the moon is very busy today making a lot of oppositions. So oppositions are when the planets are, in this push-pull. One side wants one planet wants one, the other one wants something else. So you're going to be feeling in that push-pulley kind of energy today, kind of bullyish in a way too. So moon opposes Pluto in Aquarius, of course, because moon just enters Leo opposite Pluto. Astrology is about sacred geometry, really. So the moon then in conjuncts, which means it's in a 150-degree aspect to the sun in Pisces, and we're heading up to a full moon, of course, on the weekend, but I'll get to that later. Now, moon in conjunct the sun means your feelings and your identity are in 2 different places, or they're not, some part of you is not connecting emotionally with the fire of the Leo moon. The moon opposes Venus and Mars now, which is really important because this is another very rare special day with Venus and Mars coming together later tonight. This is in Pacific Standard Time, 11:14 p.m. California time. Venus and Mars come together in Aquarius at around 6 degrees. So if you have planets, this is the real Valentine's Day, folks, when you're going to see the planets Venus and Mars conjunct, having the sacred marriage, getting together. This is a very rare special thing. And so you want to pay attention to that. I'm going to do some special ceremonies again as the 2 of those come together. So they represent the aspect of the divine masculine, the divine feminine. And yes, I know there's all the gender stuff, but everybody has an internal masculine and feminine side, and the world works on duality, complementary dualities, and that's why you can't get rid of that. So you can't, kind of mess around with Mother Nature or the archetypes. They're more powerful than any individual. They're ancient. They're built into us. And then the moon is in conjunct, again, not seeing this other planet, Saturn in Pisces. So again, emotionally, you might not feel there's some limits. You could be, Leos like to party, could overdo it a little bit. And Saturn in Pisces puts the brakes on addictions, mental illness, projection. All right, now, the same aspect, Venus and Mars coming together in Aquarius, which is about radical new relationships, open relationships, marching to your own drummer, kind of, it's not neutral. Aquarius is a fixed air sign. They can get very stubborn about their ideas of things. So that's why kind of like communism can be kind of like too much of a stuck ideal, and everybody's got to march to that drummer instead of their own drummer. So like an Aquarian energy here would be to find out who your partner really is and look at them in a whole new way. Look at yourself in a new way. This is radical remaking, renovation, get a makeover kind of time, right? It's Aquarian age. We are entering the Aquarian age now. So everything is different. The old ways will not make it anymore. We're through. We're getting through with Pluto and Capricorn. It's been really hunkering down those Capricorn traditional values. That's what all the fight back was in the Republican Party, but that's going to shift now slowly, not instantly, but those kind of traditional values. Not that there's anything wrong with them or you shouldn't respect them. You should always respect them and respect history because you got to learn from it. But you want to innovate it. You want to bring it up to the 21st century, So the rules that you expect from women, from men, all that stuff. Hey, we're going to look at that with a breath of fresh air. Aquarius, remember, it's air. And if you're stressed out about all the change and the chaos that's endemic to Aquarius, just remember to breathe, okay? And breath work, meditation doesn't have to be fancy. It's just learning to, we can only go for the shortest amount of time without air. So air is essential. Just remember to breathe. Slow yourself down. There's meditation apps. There's music you can listen to. It's all about vibration. So vibing with the right person, having the same ideas. That's important. Working in groups. All right. So radicals need to be freed. I am aware also of Julian Assange's trial going on in London, England. I'm going to do a more in-depth write-up about him because I am very concerned about him, because the free speech democracy, information being made available to people is really what Aquarius is all about. It's not about the big state, big brother kind of telling everybody what to do and limiting the news like MSM does. So, and people are waking up, and waking up more. We have to support the people who've been brave enough, like Edward Snowden, who came forward and put this news out. Julian Assange is just a journalist doing his job, right? At one time, when there was real democracy, that was a good thing, like, the Watergate scandal way back when. Read your history. That's important, too. So you might be feeling very restless under all this Aquarian energy because it is very electrical. The two waves are not just water, the water bearer. It's literally electrical energy kind of coming out of thin air, like static, So if you're feeling kind of wired, again, remember, you got to stay grounded. And it's good that, there's lots of earth energy. Uranus, the planet that rules Aquarius, is in Taurus right now. And so tune into that Taurian energy, think outside the box, break free of old restrictions, honor yourself. We're all unique individuals, each one of us. Your astrology chart is just as unique as your thumbprint. It cannot be replicated in, I forget, somebody said 250,000 years or 250 million years technically. And so the age of Aquarius, there's different astrologers have different takes on this, but, I believe that Pluto really starting to enter Aquarius and stay there is a good thing. So remember that Mercury is also at the last degree of Aquarius today. So as the moon enters enters Leo, Mercury is exiting it, right? So, a lot of planets in Aquarius right now. We're going to shift into Pisces energy as we get into March. But right now, this is very Aquarian. So, everybody who has Aquarian planets, it's your time to be leaders. The old Leo, the royals, the kings, it's over for them. It's toast. I'm sorry, Prince Charles, Prince Harry. Your titles aren't going to mean anything. Royalty is not going to be necessary. It's going to be seen as a very ancient control mechanism, right? Which it is, and it'll be gone. Its time is over. It'll be history. Okay, so we're going to make history right now. So you want to wake up, get as much information. Information age. I know it's AI. We have to be careful about that. And as a dualistic air sign, all the air signs are dual. They represent both sides of our mind because we filter through our consciousness. So learning about quantum physics, and there's incredible even people on TikTok, I keep seeing people all the time, individuals doing research, finding things out, cymatics, vibrations. The ancients knew all this stuff. Even thousands of years ago when the Buddha was alive, he told people to leave cities in India to go meditate in the country. That was thousands of years ago. So we're bombarded by tons of information. Now, my old teacher, Stuart Wilde, used to say, that was really in the beginning when cell phones and the internet was still starting, that was just to rope people in, to control them, to have them be controlled. It was true then, it's more true now. So you need to take a break from that, and you need to talk to people, talk to other individuals, find groups, make groups, organize. Very important. Barter, have an alternative system. Aquarius is alternative medicine, alternative everything. So much stuff has been repressed, lost. You need to be smart enough to dig out your own information. So be your own researcher, march to your own drummer. Don't be scared to stand up to what you believe in. You don't have to run with the pack. Be a lone wolf here. That's good. Women Who Run with the Wolves. I love that book as well. So if you want to get in touch with me and find out how Venus and Mars are going to radically change your loves, your values, your money, all the things that Venus rules, and Mars, your energy, your passion, your desire, what you're defensive about, what you're going to go to war for, you can get in touch with me at tarot.com. I will do some individual readings. I'm thinking about going live tomorrow, actually, on the 22nd. It's a very sacred day to me. So I will let you know ahead of time if I'm going to do that. Pull some tarot cards. I haven't really done tarot for you live. Anyway, sending you the best blessings of the day. Open your heart, radically clean it out.